what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing a flash screen for our Android application. We're going to be creating a simple Android application, and the first thing that we want to do is create a splash screen for it. So we're going to go click Air for Android, and then we're going to we're not going to be creating any of the images for this application inside of Adobe Flash CC. I'm just assuming that any kind of images outside of text have already been created in another application. So what I'm going to do first is we're going to go ahead and add a couple more layers. First layer, we're going to change that to our logo. Second layer, we want this to be our main screen. And then the third layer is just going to be our actions. So to change these layers, you can either double click them or go to properties and change the name right here. Click OK. Alright, now the second part of this is going to be importing the files from to our library. So we want to go to File, Import to Library. You want to navigate your computer to locate the file, double click it to open it. And then we want to make sure our logo layer is selected. We're going to click on the image, and if the library isn't up, if you're seeing this, you just want to click up here on library, and then grab the file, drag it over. Okay, this a little too big, so what we're going to do, we're going to hit Control T, which is going to allow us to transform the image size. We're going to change it to 75%. 75%. It's going to go ahead and make it a little bit more reasonable, fit on our stage. Okay, now right here is the amount of frames per second this application is going to run. It's going to do 24 frames per second. We want our we want the splash screen, to display for let's say about 3 seconds. Okay, so 3 seconds times 24, what is that? 72 frames. Okay, so we're going to come right here, and I'm just going to hold down Control, or you can select each one, or you can hold down Control Shift. Whatever. Hold down Control, select all 3 of those, and then we're going to insert a blank keyframe. Okay. Now that's going to basically, if you go back 1 keyframe, or any of these keyframes in between, any of these frames in between, you're going to see your logo. Now if you come here, it's a new keyframe, so nothing is displayed. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to click on our main screen layer. You're going to want to just add some. We're going to add some text. So right here, we're going to just go main screen. We're not going to actually put a logo in at this point. We may later. And then we are going to add a little bit of ActionScript. So what we're going to do is right click the keyframe, click on Actions, and in our ActionScript layer, we're going to just type in the word stop and give it a couple parentheses and then a little semicolon, and that should be about it. So let's test it out. Okay, and 1,002. I started counting too late, but essentially that's it. It's gonna flash the logo for a period of 3 seconds, and then it's gonna go to the main screen. Now the second tutorial we're gonna do with this is we're basically gonna add some buttons to this main screen. We're gonna clean it up a little bit. Those buttons, we're gonna do a little bit of animation with them, and then potentially either in that video or the next video, we're going to add some sound to those buttons when you click on them, and we're going to create a few additional screens that when you click on those buttons, it will take you to those screens. Okay? All right, well, thank you for joining in, yeah, BC Tutorials.